You know that fresh, minty feeling after using mouthwash, that burst of cleanliness that makes you feel like you've just left the dentist's office. For years, we've been told that swishing mouthwash is one of the best things we can do for our oral health. But here, something your dentist probably hasn't told you, after 60, that daily mouthwash habit might be doing more harm than good. In fact, many dentists are now warning seniors about the hidden dangers of regular mouthwash use. And it's not just about dry mouth or that occasional sting. Some ingredients in popular mouthwashes can actually disrupt the delicate balance in your mouth, leading to bigger problems down the road. But don't worry, this isn't about taking something away from your routine without giving you better options. In this video, we'll talk about why traditional mouthwash isn't always the best choice after 60, and I'll share 3 safer, more effective alternatives that will keep your mouth healthy without the risks. So let's start with the first reason dentists are concerned: alcohol-based mouthwashes and dry mouth. If you've ever used a mouthwash that leaves your mouth feeling a little too clean, almost parched, that's the alcohol doing its work. While alcohol kills bacteria, which sounds like a good thing, it also dries out your mouth. And here's the problem. As we age, many of us already struggle with reduced saliva production. Saliva isn't just there to keep your mouth comfortable, it's your body's natural defense against cavities and gum disease. It washes away food particles, neutralizes acids, and even contains minerals that help repair early tooth damage. When you use an alcohol-based mouthwash, you're stripping away that protective layer, leaving your mouth vulnerable. And for seniors who may already be dealing with dry mouth due to medications or health conditions, that extra dryness can lead to more cavities, bad breath, and even mouth sores. Now let's talk about the second issue: disrupting your mouth's microbiome. Just like your gut, your mouth has a delicate balance of good and bad bacteria. When you use a harsh mouthwash, especially one with strong antiseptics like chlorhexidine, you're not just killing the bad bacteria. You're wiping out the good ones, too. And those good bacteria play a crucial role in keeping your gums healthy, aiding digestion, and even supporting your immune system. Think of it like a garden. If you spray weed killer everywhere, you'll get rid of the weeds, but you'll also kill the flowers. Over time, that imbalance can lead to problems like oral thrush, a fungal infection, inflamed gums, or even a higher risk of respiratory infections. So what's the alternative? Well, that brings us to our first safe swap: saltwater rinses. This might sound too simple to be effective, but don't underestimate the power of warm salt water. It's been used for centuries to soothe sore gums, reduce inflammation, and promote healing without any of the harsh side effects of commercial mouthwashes. Just dissolve half a teaspoon of salt in a cup of warm water and swish for 30 seconds. It's gentle, it's natural, and it won't disrupt the good bacteria your mouth needs. Now, before we move on to the next alternative, let's talk about one more problem with traditional mouthwash: the hidden ingredients that can irritate sensitive mouths. Many popular mouthwashes contain artificial colors, flavors, and preservatives that can cause irritation, especially for seniors who may have thinner, more sensitive oral tissues. Some people even develop canker sores or a burning sensation after using certain brands. And that's exactly why our second alternative is all about going back to basics with herbal mouth rinses. You can make your own at home using ingredients like peppermint tea, aloe vera, or even a few drops of clove oil in water. These natural options freshen your breath, reduce inflammation, and even have antibacterial properties without the chemical overload. Plus, they're easy to customize based on what feels best for your mouth. Now that we've covered why traditional mouthwash might not be the best choice and 2 simple alternatives, let's talk about the third, and perhaps most surprising, option that many dentists recommend for seniors: It's all about working with your body's natural defenses, not against them. Now I want to share something that might surprise you. That third alternative I mentioned. It's something you already do every day, or at least you should be doing it. But most of us aren't doing it quite right, especially as we get older. I'm talking about the power of proper brushing and flossing . You might be thinking, wait, that's not an alternative to mouthwash, that's just basic hygiene. And you're absolutely right. But here's the thing, when done correctly, brushing and flossing are far more effective at keeping your mouth healthy than any mouthwash could ever be. The problem is, many of us have been brushing the same way for decades without realizing our technique might need an update. Let's start with brushing . As we age, our gums naturally recede a bit, exposing more of the tooth's root surface. That means we need to be gentler than we were in our 30s or 40s. A soft bristled brush is non-negotiable now. Medium or hard bristles can actually wear away enamel and irritate sensitive gums. And instead of scrubbing back and forth like we're cleaning a floor tile, dentists recommend small, circular motions at a 45-degree angle to the gums. This cleans more effectively while being kinder to your mouth. Here's a little test. Next time you brush, try using just 2 fingers to hold your toothbrush. If you're pressing hard enough that it's difficult to hold it that way, you're brushing too hard. Your teeth don't need force, they need thoroughness. Now let's talk about flossing , because this is where most of us could use improvement. That quick little back and forth motion we've been doing for years. It's better than nothing, but it's not getting the full job done. The key is to curve the floss around each tooth in a C shape and gently slide it up and down against the tooth surface, going slightly below the gum line. This removes the plaque that brushing alone can't reach, the plaque that eventually hardens into tartar and leads to gum disease. If traditional flossing is difficult for you, maybe due to arthritis or poor dexterity, there are great alternatives like water flossers or floss holders that make the process much easier. The important thing is finding a method you'll actually use consistently. But here, where this becomes a true mouthwash alternative, when you brush and floss properly *, you're removing the plaque and bacteria that cause bad breath and gum disease at the source. Mouthwash just masks these issues temporarily, it doesn't solve them. Think of it like this, if you had dirt on your hands, you wouldn't just spray them with perfume, you'd wash them properly. Your mouth deserves the same approach. Now let's move on to another gentle yet powerful alternative, oil pulling *. This ancient practice has gained modern scientific backing, and it's particularly beneficial for seniors. It involves swishing a tablespoon of coconut oil or sesame oil in your mouth for 15-20 minutes, yes, that long, then spitting it out. While it might sound strange at first, oil pulling has some impressive benefits. The oil binds to bacteria and plaque, literally pulling them away from your teeth and gums. Many people notice whiter teeth, fresher breath, and healthier gums after making this a regular habit. The key is to do it first thing in the morning before eating or drinking. Start with just 5 minutes if 20 feels too long, and gradually work your way up. And remember, never swallow the oil, as it's now full of the bacteria you're removing. What makes oil pulling especially great for seniors is that it's completely natural, inexpensive, and doesn't contain any harsh chemicals that could irritate sensitive mouths. Plus, coconut oil has natural anti-inflammatory properties that can soothe irritated gums, a common issue as we age. Now, before we move to our final points, let's address a question I often hear. What about fluoride? Don't I need that from mouthwash? This is an important consideration, especially for seniors who may be at higher risk for cavities. While some prescription-strength fluoride mouthwashes can be beneficial for certain individuals, most over-the-counter versions don't contain enough fluoride to make a significant difference. Instead, focus on using a fluoride toothpaste. The American Dental Association recommends one with at least 1,000 ppm fluoride, and consider asking your dentist about professional fluoride treatments if you're particularly cavity-prone. The bottom line, your oral health routine after 60 should be about working with your body's changing needs, not against them. And as we'll see in the next part, there are even more ways to keep your mouth healthy that don't involve risky mouthwash ingredients, including one surprising drink that does wonders for your oral health when used the right way. Let me ask you something. Have you ever noticed how your mouth feels different now than it did 20 or 30 years ago? Maybe certain foods taste different, or your mouth feels drier in the mornings. These subtle changes matter more than we realize, especially when it comes to choosing what we put in our mouths every day. That brings me to our third and final alternative to traditional mouthwash, and this one might surprise you. It's something you likely have in your kitchen right now, green tea. Now, I'm not talking about drinking it, though that's certainly good for you too. I'm talking about using cooled, unsweetened green tea as a mouth rinse. Here's why this works so well. Green tea contains natural compounds called catechins that fight the bacteria causing plaque and bad breath. Studies have shown that rinsing with green tea can be just as effective as some mouthwashes at reducing oral bacteria without any of the harsh side effects. To try this, simply brew a cup of green tea, let it cool to room temperature, and swish it around your mouth for about 30 seconds after brushing. You can do this once or twice a day. The mild bitterness takes some getting used to, but many people find they actually prefer it to the artificial burning sensation of alcohol-based mouthwashes. Plus, you're getting antioxidants that benefit your whole body, not just your mouth. Now let's talk about an often overlooked aspect of oral health that becomes especially important after 60, your tongue. As we age, our tongues can develop more grooves and textures where bacteria like to hide. This is why many seniors notice more persistent bad breath even when their teeth are clean. That's where a simple tongue scraper comes in. These inexpensive tools, usually made of soft metal or plastic, are gentler and more effective than brushing your tongue with a toothbrush. Just a few light strokes from back to front each morning can remove bacteria and debris that contribute to bad breath and even affect your sense of taste. Here's a pro tip. Look at your tongue in the mirror before and after scraping. You'll be amazed at what comes off and how much fresher your mouth feels afterward. This 1-minute habit can make more difference than any mouthwash ever could. Before we wrap up, let's address one last important point: when mouthwash might actually be helpful. I don't want to give the impression that all mouthwashes are bad all the time. There are specific situations where your dentist might recommend a particular type, like after oral surgery when brushing is difficult, or if you're dealing with a temporary infection. The key is to use these products under professional guidance for short periods, not as part of your daily routine for years on end. So let's quickly recap what we've covered. Alcohol-based mouthwashes can worsen dry mouth and disrupt your oral microbiome. Saltwater rinses provide gentle, effective cleaning without irritation. Proper brushing and flossing techniques are more important than ever. Oil pulling offers deep cleaning benefits using natural ingredients. Green tea makes for an antioxidant-rich alternative. Rinse. Tongue scraping addresses a major source of bad breath many people ignore. Remember, your mouth at 60 plus isn't the same as your mouth at 40, and your oral care routine shouldn't be either. Small adjustments to your daily habits can make a big difference in keeping your teeth, gums, and mouth healthy for years to come. I'd love to hear from you in the comments. Have you tried any of these alternatives? Which ones worked best for you? And if you found this information helpful, don't forget to like this video and subscribe for more tips on thriving in your 60s, 70s, and beyond. Here's to your health, from your lips to your gums and everything in between. May your smile stay bright and your mouth feel fresh for all the years ahead.